Rather, speaking the truth in love, we are to grow up in every way into Him who is the head, into Christ.
Hello, I hope you're having a very good day today. When the New Testament was written, most of that part of the world was under Roman rule. Now, um, the Roman government had some good things going for it, had some good laws about that took care of justice and due process and that sort of thing. But that mostly applied to Roman citizens. To everybody else, well, everybody else was pretty much expendable, it seemed like. Um, and so they supported slavery, they were oppressive in some ways, and later on, the government supported a significant persecution of Christians. And so, what was the apostles' attitude toward this government? I think we'll read about that here in Romans. I'll be reading from the ESV, and I'll let the Bible speak, and that way I don't have to. So and Paul, writing to people who were living in Rome, in Italy, and Rome was the capital of the empire. And he says, let every person, this is in chapter 13, let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. For rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to bad. Would you have no fear of the one who's in authority? Then do what is good, and you will receive his approval. For he is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. For he is the servant of God, an avenger who carries out God's wrath on the wrongdoer. Therefore one must be in subjection, not only to avoid God's wrath, but also for the sake of conscience. For because of this you also pay taxes, for the authorities are ministers of God, attending to this very thing. Pay to all what is owed to them. Taxes to whom taxes are owed, revenue to whom revenue is owed, respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed. That's Paul's take on our attitude toward government. And Peter agrees with him. This is from First Peter, the second chapter. And he says, be subject for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether it be to the emperor as supreme, that would be Caesar, or to governors as sent by him to punish those who do evil and to praise those who do good. For this is the will of God, that by doing good you should put to silence the ignorance of foolish people. Live as people who are free, not using your freedom as a cover-up for evil, but living as servants of God. Honor everyone. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the emperor. In our context, that would be honor the president, whether it be Obama or Trump or whoever it may be. So let's think on these things and let the Word of God guide us as we interact with our government. So until next time, the Lord bless you and keep you.